Hey, I hope you guys are all doing good. It's me, Nestor, again, and after a little while, actually. And I want to talk about that show Dahmer that's out. Very popular show right now, and it's really damn good. Evan Peters is the first person I want to talk about. But first, I'm gonna talk about the first thing I'm gonna talk about is how I got into the whole Dahmer stuff and all that. So I feel very lucky. Many people probably will see it as a bad thing. I feel lucky because I know for a fact how I work. Can separate a lot of real life, movie, fictional stuff to real life. I can separate it. But but the Jeffrey Dahmer stuff isn't very fictional. It's very real. Um, so here's where I'm getting at with this. So my parents and my brother, my oldest brother, was able. He showed me a lot of fucked up shit when I was little, like The Exorcist, Hostel. I can't believe he showed me that. Um, a lot of intense movies, Goodfellas, and all that. He showed me a lot of shit, and I was like way underage to be watching all of that stuff. And so whatever. I guess I was able to have an understanding of like some crazy stuff. And my mom one day was folding clothes and she was watching something on Jeffrey Dahmer. So I sat down and learned about him. And he was a cannibal and all this, had sex with dead bodies. I was too young, I think, to really like think much about that. The whole sex, the necrophilia. But the eating is what I was like, he's eating a person? Like what? Like that's crazy. But so watching this show, it was very, very interesting and I enjoyed it a lot. Um, I want to say they really failed the 14-year-old kid in real life. That Dahmer, the police returned to him. I hope something happens. Um, to the police officers, like some kind of punishment. That was horrible. Or maybe an apology. Like that was bad. That was a bad one. And they literally just that is rageful. It's a rageful scene. Um, and if you know the real life story, you know what I'm talking about. And the show is just very well acted. And the thing is that I'm glad that they don't show the murders directly. They show like if you knew Dahmer likes to make his zombies. So let's say he's gonna drill a hole with a power drill in the back of your head. You see him with the power drill in his hand, walking towards, and then it'll cut to a different scene. So they're not showing too much of the violence. And I can see where the families are coming from. It's like, oh, you're making us relive this and all that. I get it. But I think it's a story that needs to be told to inform people because there's a lot of people who did not know about this guy before. I've talked about it at my job, with people in general. They didn't know anything about him. And I think it's good to learn because you need to be safe. You never know who you're going to be around, who's a psychopath. And you got to be careful. And I think this show did a great job with showing how the murders were actually executed. They didn't like really show the murders directly. They showed it's gonna happen, but you didn't see him actually like kill somebody. Um, Very interesting show. I enjoyed it a lot. I can't say enjoy is the right word. I guess I was intrigued. But overall, Evan Peters. Evan Peters was the heart of the show. Obviously, he played Jeffrey Dahmer, but man, that guy is a fucking great actor. Like Jesus, he was good. And yeah, guys, if you guys can stomach it, watch it. There is one thing I recommend. If you can't stomach it, if stuff like this interests you and you want to watch it, but it's like you're kind of like I don't know, like it's very crazy because I know there's some people who like just can't even watch the show. Don't binge it. It's definitely not something you can binge because I'm somebody who can binge stuff. But after the fourth episode or fifth, I forgot, I was like, I need a break. I can't watch any more of this sick shit. I need a break. And I took my break and I continued. But it's a really damn good show. And I recommend it. I really do recommend it. It's very popular right now in the sense of it's I think the biggest thing with Blonde on Netflix. But guys, give it a shot. And Evan Peters, I want to see this guy win an Emmy because he was fucking good. Evan Peters keeps delivering. I love the guy. I hope he's the same after this role because honestly, he dug deep. Like he was spot on. It was fucking creepy. But guys, watch it in your own time. Please don't force yourself to binge it because it is mentally tolling. Guys, take care.